Do we have Nontas somewhere waiting around the corner?
Yes, you have Nontas.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. Let me open the
So you
camera as
are a
well.
regular podcaster. How do you feel about today's event? Is it something you do at home also, or?
You see me, right?
Yeah,
Whoops, wrong camera, but okay, that will do.
you have a nice microphone.
Thank you. It's nice color. I'm not, the truth is I'm not used to live events, so I'm super nervous right now. But, when I'm with my podcast, it's like the, comfort zone.
Okay, and you talk about how to build an email marketing strategy. Do you think
Oh,
email
yes.
marketing needs strategy at all? We just segment and personalize somehow automatically. There are big red buttons inside email marketing softwares that do most of the job for us. AI is taking over.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that AI will take, the part of this email strategist job. I'm sure that if I write some nice commands in ChatGPT, I'm sure they will make like pretty solid stuff there. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us marketers, it cannot be replaced. We cannot be replaced that easily. So yeah, we need strategy. Not many people think that email marketing strategy is a thing. Most people, because from their experience, when they receive emails as customers, they just see a series of emails in your inbox, right? There's nothing complicated about that. But what they don't realize is, not everybody gets the same emails, right? Every single person gets slightly different emails or slightly different content personalized in the same emails. And that has a huge, back end job, and complicated stuff and conditions and, πώς λέγεται? Content, dynamic content.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's something
Kan du
that
høre mit
we
larm i
need to...
baggrunden?
Sorry?
About that. Please carry on.
Det gør ikke noget.
Sorry about those technical issues. We will fix it right away.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We're good.
All good.
Cool.
Well, usually we have small to medium businesses as clients, and they are man and a dog type companies like us.
But we have solid. No. We have solid strategy.
We have solid strategy.
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Nice.
because it's not your problem to
We
think
have to
about
do
it.
sales, we have to do, I don't know, customer support, we have to do accounting, I have to think about when our cleaning person comes every week, and then I have to find time for email marketing strategy also. We need a department for that.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Or it's like that okay, Erkki said small and medium, but probably the medium and a little bit more than medium, they're also, or what we are seeing, unfortunately, what they are thinking, that, yeah, okay, I have like the whole marketing strategy, we will do TV, outdoor, print media, digital media, all the things, and okay, but actually I have this
email list I collected
also,
10 years ago.
So maybe I have some banners from digital campaign, and okay, I will send them out and see what happens.
It's a strategy.
Yeah, this is
Not very sophisticated.
Maybe you can educate about us. Why is email marketing strategy important and how to do it?
Yeah, that's my intention for today. And If I may, I can share my screen, right?
Try. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, let me put on the presentation. Presenter view. Boom.
Still no.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
As you
Yeah.
can see now, yeah, my amazing presentation here. So today, what I'm going to talk about today, right? It's where, first of all, welcome to the Email Marketing Master Chef. We're going to cook a recipe. It's kind of a simple recipe, kind of cooking eggs. Everybody should know it. Very basic. So let's go. Let's do it. We're going to see what ingredients we need for this recipe. Right. First of all, okay, hi, I'm Nontas from imnotas.com. Surprise, surprise. And I'm a marketing automation consultant. I'm an active campaign partner, working with small and medium enterprises and mostly service businesses, even though I have also e-commerce clients. I'm also a vetted growth mentor, which is a growing community of mentors and mentees in the marketing space and the startup space. And also I have the #1 marketing podcast in Greece right now, 3 Kilos of Marketing. I know, very catchy name. Everybody says that. So I have to say it myself now. And let's see. So let's face it. Customers are not going to buy at their first visit. We all know that. That's why email marketing exists. Otherwise, it would be totally useless and would just be doing ads, right? So why is it so? And what can we do about this? First of all, people are not sure yet if we are relevant to their needs. So the perceived product market fit, let's say, is low. So we need to tell them the things they are willing and able to hear. That means we have to personalize. That means we have to segment, right? You already heard advanced stuff about segmentation earlier. So you already know some stuff. I'm going to speak also about segmentation more. Second is they don't trust us. So first they need to trust us. And how do we do that? We provide value. And third, they need time, right? They need time. So we have to keep in touch with them long-term so that we end up on top of their mind when they're ready to buy. So today we are going to keep it simple, sweetheart. Okay? Kiss, you know the rule. So the aim of a marketing automation strategy or email marketing strategy is to create a system. When you have nothing, you have to start fast, right? It has to be simple. It has to be easily manageable by anyone, and it has to be optimizable. 3 things. So let's go and see the first ingredient, which, surprise, surprise, it's segmentation. And I put it first, not because it's the most, the first step, but for sure it's maybe the most important thing to know in marketing and in email marketing, of course. In general, it's a way of thinking that you have to keep on your mind at any point in time. So, for example, I got asked a question the other day from a prospect of mine. He told me, hey, I want to use my data to send segmented campaigns. Like, what kind of data? First name, last name, email. Okay, technically this is data, but not very useful, right? And even if you take this out, it's not even good train of thought, right? It should be kind of the other way around. And you should be asking better questions like, what data do I need? How can I get those data? How can I use my campaigns or my strategy to get those data? It's not like, hey, I have data, let's do stuff with them. The most important question for effective segmentation is this. What motivates them to buy or open your email? Right? It's not, segmentation is not all about, hey, is he a man or a woman? Is it B2B or B2C? No, my grandma can segment like that. Like, we're talking about more advanced stuff. And to simplify, if they have a reason or motive to open or buy, they will buy. So we have to have the motive in mind all the time. And because this is a very boring slide and it doesn't show the importance, I have it like that. Here it is, screenshot it, read it, what motivates them to buy or open the email. And this, of course, has to do with the 5 stages of customer awareness. Many of you will know that. I will quickly explain. Unaware people are people who are not aware that they even have a problem or a need. Problem aware are the people who know they have a problem, but have no idea about the solutions. Solution aware is the people who have the solution, who know what the solution is, but they don't know your product. Product aware, they know your product, but they don't know everything about your product. They're kind of comparing to competition. They're aware of many solutions. And most aware, they're basically the clients that they know everything about your product. They have research, done the work, and just waiting, like just a slight bump in their ass to just go in your store and buy. So, does your message reflect their awareness level? This is another very important question, right? And to give you an example, imagine a young developer, right? Young developer, she's sitting on her chair like 15 hours per day. She has slight back pain, not very annoying, but it's increasing. She's doing fine, right? She's not thinking much about it. And she gets a mail. Hey, our ergonomic chair has the best features and reviews in the market. Get our coupon for 20% off. What do we have here? We have a person that is here, basically unaware or kind of aware about her problem, which is back pain. And we're acting as email marketers like as if she's here, most aware, right? She knows our chair. She knows what an ergonomic chair is. She knows everything about it, and she just needs the coupon. It's not the case, right? So this is a bad example of email marketing segmentation. So this is the old segmentation on your left side, the boring stuff. And on your right side, you have the more advanced segmentation, basically the more nuanced questions that you can ask yourself, right? And so like, how recently did they interact with you? Was it 1 day ago or a year ago? What kind of interaction did they have? Did they open, click, replied, visit your website? How many times they've interacted? How much money they have spent? What did they purchase? What answers did they give in the quiz? Maybe it was mentioned before, using quiz as a lead magnet. Which persona of your business do they represent? All these questions, I'm not going to tell them one by one. You get the point, right? Your job as a marketer is to choose wisely what questions to ask and how you prioritize all these these possibilities, right? And you would start with the thing that moves the needle the most and optimize as you go. So the ways to segment are countless, but the other very important question, I'm all about questions today, is what is the most meaningful way to segment my list at this very moment or situation, right? The word meaningful is very key because sometimes people segment on variables that are not meaningful, right? Like maybe it's not relevant if he's a man or a woman, for example, or if he interacted now or a week before. And also meaningful segments should be internally homogeneous. So meaning that they have a common characteristic internally that has to do with this motivation that we talked about, and externally heterogeneous, so clearly different than other groups in terms of motivation, usually. That said, we go to the ingredient number 2, which is your lead magnet. I'm guessing that you all know what a lead magnet is. Basically, it's the bait for their email, the bait we throw to get their email. A lot of things have been written about lead magnets, a lot of lead magnet examples you can find online. I'm not going to talk about that. If you want, you can message me on LinkedIn, for example, because I have a nice, very comprehensive list of lead magnet types that you can use. But I will talk about what a powerful lead magnet should do. So it should solve a specific problem which appeals to their motivation, right? Motivation and problem is kind of the same thing. It should provide instant gratification. So I would say that if you're giving something free to the audience, then you have a very small window to satisfy, to provide the value, right? Because imagine if you give for free a huge ebook. People are lazy, people forget, people procrastinate. They will never get the full value of this ebook, right? And you don't need something that big to get that email and get that quick impact, right? You want something quick for you to create and for people to get value from. Number 3, gives value, but not too much value. Why is that? Of course, it needs to be valuable, of course, but not so valuable that it can cannibalize your paid offer, right? Or maybe it's maybe it will deprive your paid offer of the value perception if the free thing is equally good as your paid offer, right? Also, should leave you wanting for more and returning to see the to see the emails, open the emails, click on them, visit the site. Basically, it's kind of a traffic source email, right? It is technically. And finally, it positions you as the expert. It's your big opportunity to use this for your branding, for your positioning, and doesn't necessarily need to. But for example, an ebook can position you as the expert. A coupon cannot position you as an expert, right? So you should have this in mind and judge accordingly. Okay, and this is how some examples. So a person fills out a quiz, and then he gets a reply according to their answer, right? A personalized email. Or for another lead magnet, maybe it's a free guide, and they get the guide is being delivered via an email. Very, very simple. Now for the ingredient number 3, it's the value ladder. Not many people talk about it. I like to talk about it. Basically, what's a value ladder? It's a series of offerings that provide an increasing value. More like a natural progression of purchases for one contact. So, for example, a personal trainer who has a service one-on-one functional training, for example, right? It's his only service, no ladder, just one step, right? On the other hand, you have a personal trainer who has a lead magnet, like let's say a meal planner in his web page. He has a one-on-one service, functional training. He has a live group, has online sessions. He has a recorded course that he's selling. He offers a nutritional coaching and other various types of training. I don't know, yoga, TRX, stuff like that. So if I was the client and went to the first person, not much money I can give to him, right? But the second one, my lifetime value gets, skyrockets, basically. This is how it looks. Again, I use the same graphic because I'm lazy and I like the graphic. So yeah, let's see what all these things are. The free is the lead magnet, it's €0. The tripwire is something basically that it's something of very, very small value that you basically use to overcome the psychological barrier of people giving you money, right? The main product is your main product. The membership could also be your main product, but it's different types of monetization. And then the high ticket is usually for very few people, your most loyal, your most advanced, and it has huge return on investment. So obviously, the more complex your value ladder is, the more things you can do with email marketing. In the one case, it's more monotonous. In the value ladder case, you can be very, very creative and very complex. Ingredient 4, main sequence. Every email marketing strategy should have a main sequence, in my opinion. It should start basically what it is. People subscribe from a form, and then they probably take a few onboarding emails talking about the business, what it offers, the very general stuff. And they have to go into a sequence where we keep in touch with them via regular updates. So, very simple. In my diagram, it looks like this. An email, then some random, 1 week, then an email, 1 week passes, an email, and so on. And this could go on for a month or two, right? So that that if my contact gives me their email today, I'm covered for the next 2 months. He's not going to stop hearing from me, right? With useful content. So what's the aim of this main sequence? It's, first of all, to be on top of mind, right? Because we want to be there for the customers when they need us. It is to build trust. It is to drive traffic back to the website, to get used to us, to our mail and name being inside their inbox, and to bring people from the top of the funnel, when there is no awareness, nothing, to the middle of the funnel, where there is, where there is some awareness, some education, and some, let's say, we warm them up to buy. This is the only aim for this sequence. What we want is for it to last for several weeks or even months, according to your capacity to create content. Should have a linear flow, no complicated stuff, should have variety of content, so it should educate, tell stories, soft sell, always soft sell. No, every email should have a call to action, but a soft one, I would say. And what we don't want is complicated stuff, too much personalization, too much hard selling, too many conditions, if this, then that. No. We just need them to get these emails. Now, how do we sell to them? We have the conversion sequences, which is the fifth ingredient. Now, the conversion sequences are triggered usually either by behavioral cues, for example, clicks, opens, page visits, or business events like, okay, I'm launching an event, on Monday, right? I trigger it. I triggered myself. So this is more sales focused, and it's more interest and product specific. Let's see how that could look like in our diagram. So they click on a link about product A. This is our trigger, and then the conversion sequence that sells product A gets triggered. Visited the membership landing page for the 5th time. So our website tracking fires this event, and we are launching a conversion sequence that sells the membership. Another trigger could be somebody bought product B. So we trigger the conversion sequence that upsells our high ticket product. Clear? And of course, you can get very creative with what these triggers are. Our aim here is to take them from the middle of the funnel where there is awareness and education and trust to the bottom of the funnel where there is money and conversions. Our aim is to demolish the objections, because as the closer we get to the point of purchase, the more objections come, start flooding our brain, right? So our aim is to demolish those objections, persuade, and sell. So we have more hard selling, more hard call to actions. What we want is clever triggers. We already talked about it, clever and timely. Clicked on that link, opened this amount of emails in this amount of time, visited this specific page 5 times, or for example, we are launching an event, so it's triggered by us basically. And of course, more personalization. What we do not want is to send too many emails, which is a danger. And you touched on that earlier in your questions, where you asked, if you're triggering this and that and the other thing, how isn't the user flooded with many emails? Yeah, you have to take this into account. And for example, when somebody enters one sequence, to be removed from another, or pause the sequence until he's out of the conversion sequence. Because right now, the conversion sequence is what's the most important, right? And when this finishes, we go back to the main. And of course, if he buys during being in the conversion sequence, let's not forget to put a condition to take them out, right? Because we don't want to tell them, hey, buy this product, and he has already bought the product. So, final ingredient, the bonus ingredient that ties everything together is the documentation, which I think it's a problem, especially with small and medium companies that I'm working with mainly, because whenever I go into their accounts, I just see chaos, and then I need some guidance to understand what is happening, and they have no idea. And they have, there is one marketer that kind of handles that, and he has his own files and not updated. So it's very important to document everything about your email marketing, because, okay, we might start very, very simple with a bunch of sequences, but it can get very, very, very complicated for larger accounts. So you want to document lists, tags, custom fields, events, automations, triggers, landing pages, call to actions, links, everything. And it could be using a spreadsheet or Airtable or Notion, something like that, and document them so that they're easily accessible. We understand what, with explanation of what is what, and also the relationships with between those things. So these lists go with, these tags are included in this list, or this automation use these triggers, and this landing page could fire, has a form that fires, these automation, stuff like that. It's pretty custom, so I cannot tell you, hey, there's this one way to do it. It depends on also the software you're using. But yeah, it's very important to know how to document stuff. Also, because you might tomorrow you might not be in that company, right? Maybe somebody will, not maybe, for sure, somebody will take your place at some point, right? This guy needs to know how to navigate through these things. And here's the final image, all the things that I showed you combined. So this could be a free guide with a welcome, the delivery message that they're being funneled into the main sequence, right? And again, the quiz, segmented messages into the main sequence. And then here you can, for example, somebody clicks on this email on a link about product X. We have the conversion sequence. And then the same thing happens here. Somebody clicks in a link about the membership. And for people who convert, we also upsell the high ticket sequence, the high ticket conversion sequence. That's a very, a summary of what I discussed in one visual. Okay, so you take the segmentation, take a lead magnet, you structure your offer ladder, you build your main sequence and your conversion sequences, you document, and you have a really nice dish that you should enjoy, hopefully. So thank you very much. And I'm open to any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Nontas, for this awesome recipe. There are some questions from the audience also. And I have a question. The whole presentation is like really interesting, but it seems a lot of work. So this is thankfully we have you for. You can help with this, but for people who want to do it themselves, at least do it a little bit better than they have so far, is there like some kind of like 20% of effort that would give like 80% of results kind of strategy also there? What are, in your practice, what are like the most important things that you should start with? Or would you suggest that if you are going to do good email marketing, you will have to build like a really good strategy from start to finish and then execute it?
Okay, there are two things, right? First is the content, and the other is the technical. You spoke, I think, with Jana. You mentioned this kind of balance, right? So of course, content marketing. I mean, this is the bulk of the strategy, right? You know, how to find what subjects interest your audience, have your personas, right? And then craft your messages according to the needs of the personas, right? This alone can be complicated, right? But if you're starting out, it's not that complicated, because if you're starting out, especially with smaller budgets, you're not going to like have 5 personas. You're going to just work with one persona, right? You want to start small, as I said, and then optimize. So what I showed, it's not that much work, in my opinion, because you would just want, first of all, good messaging, and second, you want at least to have that main sequence. Why? Because most of the bad email marketing is the non-existent email marketing, right? People get a lot of leads, and then they forget to follow up. They stop sending after 3 emails. So if you at least just write 15 emails, write emails for 2 months, right? It doesn't matter if it's the most segmented. If you're serving one persona, let's talk to that persona, right? So just have this content ready, and then everything is in. Sorry, I have a feedback. And then you optimize. You can start thinking about your conversion sequence, for example, after a month. I understand it feels like it's not a big priority, email, if it's not your main conversion tool. But the thing is, it can be done asynchronously. But you need that buffer of at least have 2 months of emails, right? Don't let that contact drift away, right? Their memory.
All right. Okay. Do you recommend having more than one lead magnet for a first-time visitor, like a coupon code or a free ebook?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I didn't mention that. I totally recommend more than one lead magnet. Why? Because segmentation. You should have one lead magnet, in my opinion, for every meaningful segment that you have, right? Now, this can differ from industry to industry, business to business, but in general, there are 2 ways to segment, right? Either in the beginning, as they're entering your funnel, and that you do it by having multiple lead magnets. One way is this, anyway. And the other is to have one lead magnet, because maybe you don't have the capacity to create so many lead magnets. And the other way is to have one lead magnet for everyone, and then segment, do some kind of segmentation along the way. So, for example, what I do many times when I have one lead magnet, I deliver the lead magnet with the first email, and in the first email, I ask them a question, like a multiple choice question. If you subscribe to my email, for example, in iamnontas.com, I have the question, what are you? Like, are you, because I work with ActiveCampaign, do you want to start using ActiveCampaign, or are you already a user of ActiveCampaign, or in something else? But yeah, this thing gets tracked by ActiveCampaign, for example. And I know, I can then, funnel them into different sequences. This is a very good way to segment, from the get-go with only one lead magnet. And you have to do that on the first email, because it's the email that typically gets the most clicks, right? Maybe your overall open rate is around 30%. Your first email would be, I don't know, 70%, something like that. So you have, more pool of people to pull more data.
Yeah. Okay. In our webinars where we talk about lead magnets, we have been asked a lot about service providers like barbers, I don't know, car salesmen, whatever, restaurants. Do you have some kind of suggestions for lead magnets that they, as service providers, could offer to attract people to subscribe to their newsletter or yeah?
Suggestions? Yeah, I have a lot actually. I researched, and I recently posted in LinkedIn, and I can send to anyone who wants if they message me. So let's take one example.
For example, car tire replacement company.
Tire replacement. Oh, my specialty. Not at all. I just bought a car after 12 years of having like the driving license. Anyway, I know nothing about cars, but I'm a marketer, so we don't have to know about stuff. So a lead magnet. Okay, so it could be the easiest lead magnet is a guide for something, right? A guide for how to change your tire, like a video. Maybe it's a video or what could it be? I don't know. I like quizzes, even though I don't use them so much. I like the dynamic that quizzes and the creativity and all the possibilities that quizzes open up. So I would think about how to use a interesting kind of quiz or some kind of cute questionnaire, but useful also for the
Yeah, maybe something to do with
prospect.
gamification. Maybe what colors cars do you like, or yeah, do you like run flat tires or winter tires, something like that.
Yeah,
It
it
drags you in, and
could be something like cute like that, but it should also be useful, right? As a result, to learn something from that, or to get a personalized recommendation based on my responses, stuff like that. Now, from the top of my head, I cannot, it's a bit complicated, but you get the point.
yeah, okay. Tanel, you had a question also.
Yeah, what you said, it was probably one of the first slides that you never sell with the first email. But sorry, but
You
when
never,
you go to
nobody buys in their first visit. This one.
okay, so but if your offer is like so absolutely good, why you are or why you thinking that I can't like buy for the first contact, email, visit, whatever, if it's like absolutely super thing.
Then
Yeah,
why do you have to
this
send
is
marketing emails at all if you can sell in any position?
well, this is what every business owner thinks about their product. Hey, I have the best product. I don't even need email marketing, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, and in the meantime, all his competitors think the exact same thing. But the thing is, you might have the best product in the world, in the best price in the world, with the best discount in the world, right? And you receive your email, but you have to run, right? You have to do stuff. Your card expired. All these things like that you cannot control. So I don't know who you are, what your product is, nobody's going, not nobody, sorry. Most of the people will not buy the moment they see it. Unless they're like desperate and it's like a product that is for, absolute, I don't know, it's like medical or something.
Those are probably people who sign up for your newsletter to get the 5% discount code, and then they buy.
If you are giving like 95% discount code
Then you
or
will,
free,
yeah, then you will go bankrupt. Actually, in the chat, it was a nice offer about the lead magnet for tire company, how to get 10,000 kilometers more from your new set of tires.
wow,
This is
absolutely
nice
great.
value to
Oh,
you.
good job, copywriter. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nontas. It was really educational. I hope
Thank you very much.
everyone got
I appreciate it.
a good idea how to start with their email strategy. If not, they will contact you in LinkedIn. And yeah, it's important. I still think it's really important to not just blast, but think first and then send segmented, really targeted, hyper-personalized, automated campaigns. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.